Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Update on my 1000 Days Challenge. This is day 150, so let's get things started. Alright, so first and foremost, you'll notice there's actually a rather major jump in terms of my trading account current balance, and that's actually due to like what I put over here. I closed my long setup due to the trailing stop loss being hit, and for trailing stop loss, in addition to just using 20 exponential moving average, I also do use the average true range in terms of that, and that was in a sense being hit this morning on terms of the 4-hour chart itself, and that was mainly why I actually took the profit itself instead of waiting it to close below the 20 exponential moving average, because I do bear in mind that overall things are looking parabolic in terms of the weekly chart, so potentially if there is a pullback, the pullback tends to be a little bit larger in that sense. So for me, I have taken profit a little bit earlier, even though it's not in the best spot, but I still decided to take profit over somewhere around here. So yeah, things are still looking bullish in terms of long-term wise mid-term wise for Bitcoin. So if you have yet to take profit, I will still stick into this trade, especially with a nice bullish engulfing candlestick. That's one. However, do bear in mind that the volume is a little bit less, so it goes to show that it could be this bullish engulfing due to people closing out the short position in terms of short-term wise as well. Alright, so with that in mind, let's go to the weekly chart. Like I mentioned, weekly chart thing still looks really bullish. Price is now breaking above all-time high, and there is no clear resistance, especially as now pricing in the price discovery kind of range-wise, whereby there's no previous record. And the only way you can have a price projection is only in terms of, say, your Fibonacci extension and stuff like that. But bearing in mind that your trend line, your Fibonacci extension and stuff like that, it's just basically a rough estimate of forecast. Basically still hold in terms of long-term investment wise, or I would say mid to long-term investment in the next 1 to 5 years per se. Alright, so having that in mind, there's no change in terms of market structure for both the weekly and the daily chart, and similarly on the 4-hourly chart as well. So I'm not looking so much as to buying or selling right now. I'm just putting on the sideline in terms of Bitcoin wise. Potentially, if this candle does close in the next 4 hours lower than this high, then potentially we could have a neutral kind of market structure, whereby we could have a real retest of this 20 exponential moving average, in which case it could be a good thing. So it could reset the MACD itself, because do bear in mind that on the 4-hour chart, the MACD is having the bearish divergence, but that doesn't mean that it's going to go down just because there's bearish divergence in that sense. And especially if you look in terms of the weekly chart, things are still looking potentially really strong, even though this is making a higher high and the MACD is not making a higher high just yet on the daily chart. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have still further room to go up in that sense. So yeah, I'm definitely holding this in terms of long-term setup or mid-term setup in the next 3, 6, or even 1 year hit. But otherwise, I'm close in terms of position for Bitcoin. I'm waiting for re-entry. So I'll wait for somewhat like a clearer consolidation pattern, at least on the 4-hourly chart, especially if price retest this 20 exponential moving average, or preferably there's a sharp drop to this to retest this 50 simple moving average, in which case if support is being established, then I'll look to enter long. So yeah, if you've been in this trade, you potentially could still stay in this trade. I would stay in this trade if I were entering purely based on price action, and my exit plan is not based on either the 20 exponential moving average or the trading stop loss wise for the average true range. Otherwise, that's more or less basically the quick update I have for you guys today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.